Hare Krishna. There are many similarities because Krishna consciousness has started from the Indian subcontinent and then spread all throughout the world. So there are many customs, there are many rituals, there are many activities of the Krishna consciousness movement that are very, very similar. There's a long list: the way we dress, the way we eat, the way we talk, the language that we use. So the similarities, there are many. Then what are the differences? Hinduism is actually a misnomer. Misnomer means it's a word that does not exist. The Muslims called the people who lived on the other side of the river Sindh, they called them Sindhus, but because they could not pronounce the S, so they said Hindus. You will not find the word Hindu in any Vedic text, in any Sanskrit work. There is no such thing as the word Hindu. But there you have the description of Sanatan Dharma or Varnashram Dharma. So that is the actual description of the culture and the tradition of the ancient Indian culture. What is perceived of as Hinduism nowadays is a whole mixture of worship of demigods, of ghosts and spirits, of a lot of superstition, a lot of customs that have just been passed down or been acquired over time, which have often very little to do with true spirituality. We call them a cat in the basket. Once there was a wedding and there was a cat running around. So the priest had somebody catch the cat and throw it in the basket so it would not cause any disturbance in the marriage ceremony. One small girl who was present at that wedding, she saw that. Now when she got married, she insisted that there would be a cat in a basket at her wedding. Because she thought, when I was a young girl and I was at a wedding, they had a cat in a basket. And from then on, it became a standard procedure to have a cat in a basket. So we should make sure that when we practice our spiritual life, that we are not simply trying to have cats in the baskets. That we're just going through rituals, through externals, but that we can actually connect to the essence. What is the true meaning? What is the true message? Why do we do what we do? And are we doing what we're doing to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna? Or are we simply doing because we saw it somewhere in a movie or in a billboard or somebody else had been doing it or proclaiming that this would be really wonderful? So Hinduism and Krishna consciousness are not synonymous, but they are compatible. So they're not mutually exclusive. But because our minds are usually very small, we cannot accommodate two concepts. They may sometimes be seemingly opposing. Just like people think, how can I be a Hindu and be a devotee of Krishna who exclusively worships Krishna? But there is no contradiction. Because if you worship the Supreme Lord, all His agents, all His empowered representatives, all the demigods, all His ministers, and all living entities, they will be happy and pleased. Because there is no fighting for supremacy in the spiritual realm. But people are very much subservient to the will and desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Ekala Ishvara Krishna, Arasabha Britya. There is only one Supreme Lord, and that is Krishna. Lord Brahma is praising Krishna in the Brahma Samhita. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Now you do not have to be a Pandit, a Sanskrit scholar, to understand this verse. Lord Brahma is saying there is only one Supreme Controller, and that is Krishna, and everybody else is His servant. So a devotee of Krishna is automatically respectful and very much in harmony with all the other aspects of the Lord's creation. Hare Krishna.